今日始まった国公立大学の二次試験。
This is the Japanese college entrance exam that is held in the middle of January every year. And what's really interesting about this period of time is that KitKat sales tend to spike. For a very long time, KitKat had no clue why. In fact, at first the spike was only reserved in one particular region of Japan, the Kyushu Islands from December to January. Some employees of Nestle, the company behind KitKat in Japan, thought that it may have been the students around this region who discovered the chocolate bars for its taste. And others thought that it might have been the locals who enjoyed it for its unique flavors around the holidays. Unable to really understand the reason and have an exact answer, the managers asked the locals and discovered the answer by talking with parents and friends of students taking the entrance exam, mainly in supermarkets. It turned out that people were buying KitKats in large quantities. But people in this region were not really buying KitKats simply to eat them. Instead, they bought KitKats as a good luck charm or charms for students taking the entrance exam.
What they realised was university entrance exams take place in January and people were giving students KitKats as good luck charms.
In fact, some Japanese students are treating the candy like an amulet, keeping them in their pockets or even wearing them around their neck, while others ate it before the tests for good luck. You see, KitKat became popular in the Fukuoka region because of the local dialect. In the Fukuoka dialect, kitakato or KitKat in Japanese means I'm sure we will win or we are sure we will win.
When it was discovered that the name meant surely you will win,
Yes.
then the company shrewdly decided to capitalize on that.
In 1999, the head of the Kyushu branch of Nestle Japan reported this and submitted a proposal to create displays for students taking the entrance exam in supermarkets in Kyushu, as well as an official campaign that was later launched. Many Japanese students said that being supported by KitKat would be a moment of relief. Basically, it became a tool to support students and release stress, and it would become a real break for the company. In 2023, they began distributing KitKats free of charge to hotels where students were taking the exam across the country. KitKats were handed out to students at the front desk of over 500 hotels. In addition, in order to ease the anxiety of test takers, the KitKat team teamed up with railways, taxi companies, post offices, and shrines to carry out support activities for test takers. Parents say that on the day of the exam, I put a KitKat in my son's pocket as if praying, according to a woman in her late 50s. I ate one between studying and praying, said a man in his 20s. The KitKat staff even received thank you messages through various channels, thanking them for their support, stating that we ate it all before the match and won, and so on. And although KitKat is sold in over 100 countries across the world, Japan is a top seller, and the spontaneous Japanese phenomenon that was tied to the exam season is known throughout the company as KitKat's first success story in the country. While this is true, this is really not the entire story of why KitKat is still so successful in Japan today. This was really the first break for the company in the country, but as the population continues to dwindle in Japan, KitKat needed other ways to sell its candy bars. As you can see here, fewer and fewer students are enrolled at high schools as well as elementary schools every single year. Thus, KitKat needed another way to sell its products. And much of this really has to do with the decline in birth rate that has been happening in Japan for decades now. To show you what they did, I recently ordered a bunch of KitKats from Japan. This small box included a fraction of the over 300 flavors available in Japan.
To appeal to the Japanese, they started producing KitKats with flavours like soy sauce, wasabi and purple potato. And this policy really paid off because the Japanese eat an amazing 4 million KitKats every day.
But the flavor here are unique and all are really tasty. By the way, if you want more videos like this, where I link economics, culture, and something we all love, make sure to subscribe to this channel. This small box I ordered included, I think, roughly about 20 different KitKats. And we really have a whole bunch of different flavors here, such as strawberry chocolate, milk tea, matcha, apple pie, chocolate orange, basically everything. And although they're really small, the flavors really make up for it. Wow! And keep in mind that many of its flavors are seasonal, limited edition, or even particular to a certain region of Japan. And in 2004, the green tea flavor was introduced, and since then there has been more than 300 seasonal as well as regional flavors of KitKat. We have the melon or mascarpone cheese flavor in the Hokkaido region, Japan, Tokyo banana for the Kanto region of Japan, and even wasabi for the Kansai region of the country. And after research, I realized that many flavors of KitKat were created to meet the need of a cultural practice in Japan called omiyage, where people bring back regional specialties as a gift. Unlike other countries where you purchase a souvenir for yourself, omiyage is specifically related to buying items for loved ones as well as colleagues. These souvenirs are also typically consumables too. Omiyage are also usually sweet items such as candy, cake, or cookies. However, they also include other things like alcohol, dry snacks, rice crackers, and so on. And what's really essential here is selecting an item representing the location that you're most recently visiting. And this creates another avenue for KitKat sales in Japan. In Japan, work trips are extremely common as the country has a preference to do things the old-fashioned way. This includes frequent face-to-face meetings as a sign of respect, giving omiyage a common practice in Japan to show appreciation as well as build relationship with co-workers. KitKat knew this and thus created unique regional special versions of its chocolate and placed it in train stations, convenience stores, and even hotels for busy salarymen to pick up before coming back to the office. And this has made KitKat extremely popular among domestic travelers. And this has also been extremely important for foreign travelers as well. Since the early 2000s, more and more foreigners are visiting the country. Unlike America, where only a few flavors are available, Japan offers the novelty of having more than 300 flavors. Many tourists, including myself, have even tried to collect as many as possible and bring them back to the United States, since they're not really readily available and often cost more when they are. And having so many flavors solved another problem the company found in Japanese convenience stores, which frequently rotated items and flavors off the shelves. Japan has faced decades of economic stagnation. By having limited edition flavors and changing items often, stores can boost sales. McDonald's have their McRib, Starbucks has pumpkin spice, and KitKat has more than 300 flavors in Japan. The company believes that the limited edition seasonal model created a sense of scarcity and rarity of value for the customer. After Nestle Japan began crafting KitKats with seasonal as well as regional flavors in the early 2000s, the use behind the sweet treat shifted to a omiyage model as travelers could purchase the item related to their most recent travels.
This commercial savvy has its roots in a business model which demands stores put new products on the shelves every 2 to 3 weeks.
The company released new limited edition flavors and packaging almost consistently to keep customers interested, and opened shops that are dedicated to KitKat. And if you're curious about all the flavors, I even left a complete list below. And they've also noticed that foreign tourists love it because of the unfamiliar twist on a familiar product. By producing small runs of flavors, the company are able to better control its production costs. It was also economically viable in Japan because there's no initial product fees for listing new products in Japanese convenience stores, unlike the West. You can say that KitKat has marketed itself extremely well in the country of Japan.
The company have grabbed the top spot in the Japanese chocolate market by offering a huge number of varieties.
すごく人気があるチョコレートでして、実際、マーケットシェアです。日本のチョコレートの中ではナンバーワンの商品です。
In 2005, KitKat's Lucky Charm advertising campaign in Japan won the Asian Brand Marketing Effectiveness Award, or basically linking the candy bar to a source of good luck charm for students. In 2009, KitKat scored another major hit. Nestle and the Japanese Post Office launched the campaign, allowing people to write messages and buy and mail the chocolate bar from more than 20,000 post offices. This promotional package was sold out within months. The packaging allowed friends and family to write supportive messages to each other. The campaign won the Media Grand Prix in 2010's Cannes Lion International Advertising Festival. And as you can see here, KitKat is not just another candy bar in Japan. It is often perceived as a premium brand with specialty stores around Japan called KitKat Chocolatories. These stores often include a beautiful interior as well as unique premium products. In 2015, 500 single-finger chocolate bars were sold with gold leaves wrappings for around $16 in high-end retail shops like these. Basically, Japanese KitKat is nothing like KitKat in the States. In fact, it's ingrained in Japanese culture as a good luck charm as well as being a solid choice for common practice of gift gifting. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to like as well as subscribe if you enjoy this content. And I will continue to post content like this where I mix culture, economics, and something we all love, and in this case, KitKats. And again, I'll see you guys again next time.
Kyushu のキットカット